Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to record your screen as well as audio using React Native's new architecture without using any third-party library. So yeah, let's get started. So firstly I will show you an output. So this is an Android output. iOS output is very similar. So I have two buttons, start and stop. Once you click on start recording, it will ask for all permission. You can start recording your video. You can move out of the app as well, and once you click on stop recording, it will capture your video and save it to your videos directory, and I will give you the path for the video where it is stored. Now playing of the video, I already have multiple videos on my channel on how to play video in React Native's new architecture. You just have to pass that path to that particular XO player for Android or AV controller for iOS, and it will start playing the video. So I will give you the video URI in this tutorial itself. You just have to pass it following my other tutorial. So yeah, let's get started. So firstly, you for React Native, you will have to enable the new architecture for your app. So what you will have to do for Android, you have to just go to new arc enabled. It should be present inside Android Gradle.properties and make this as true. And for iOS, you will have to open your terminal, go to the cd to your iOS directory, and then run this command. So this will make sure the new architecture is enabled for iOS as well. Next, go to your React Native project, and you will have to create a folder called RTN My Screen Recorder. Inside that, create a package.json file. Now we will be using turbo modules for this, so you can refer to the documentation, and I have copied everything from the documentation itself. For package.json, only this line is changed, and this name has been changed, and this package name has been changed. Next, I have created a podspec file. Again, this has been copied from documentation, and only this name has been changed. Next, I have created a JS folder. Again, everything is copied from the documentation, only file name has been changed. I have added these two methods of start and stop recording, and as well as this name has been changed. Next, for Android, create a build.gradle file. Again, this has been copied from docs. The only changes are apply plugin Kotlin Android. This namespace has been changed, and I have added this implementation of Kotlin standard lib. Next, go to src main java com rtn my screen recorder, and here I have created my package class. Again, this has been copied from docs, only this name has been changed off, and this you will have to change my screen recorder over here, and over here. Next, I have created my screen recorder module.kt, and here what I am doing is that, so as you can see, we need permissions, and it's very difficult to do that in turbo modules right now because we need a callback to the main activity. So what I have done, so these are the required permissions. So I'm using these permissions as a hack while stopping the recording. I know internet permission is don't need to do it explicitly, but the way turbo modules are structured now, there is no other easier way. I know in future the React Native team is planning to integrate turbo modules directly inside our main Android app, but for now it is very difficult, or not easy, I would say. And these are the required permissions for recording the audio as well as your screen. So on start recording, I am requesting all these permissions. Okay, and while stop recording, just because I want to give a callback to the main activity, I am recording these permissions. I am asking for internet permission, and this is like just your folder name. So once that is done, you can go to Android, go to build.gradle, add this Kotlin version as well as this class path over here. Next, go to app, build.gradle, add apply plugin Kotlin Android, as well as you will have to add Kotlin standard lib. Add this dependency as well for recording the audio, and these two dependency for permission launcher, register for activity launcher. And also in this build.gradle, make sure you add this maven url jetpack.io as well. Once you do that, go to src main android manifest.xml, and you will have to add all these permissions for your application as well. Once you do that, go to terminal, go to the root of your React Native project, and first you will have to add this dependency, which is our folder name. Next, you will have to do cd ... Once you do that, you will have to run this bit of command. But here you make sure that you replace rn app with whatever is your project name. So my project name is rn app, that's why I've written it over here and over here as well, followed by the folder name which I have created. Next you will have to cd to android, and here I will just run this command. So this will do code gen for android, and you will also have to do cd for ios and then run this command, and it will do code gen for ios as well. Next, for android, open android folder in android studio, go to java, go to main activity java, and convert it to kotlin file. Okay, next you will have to implement this hb record listener, and here I have defined the same code of permissions which we have defined in our turbo module. Next I have initialized our media projection manager. Once media projection as well as our hb recorder, resolver and content values, and this is uri will be, we will be sending it to react native site. So this will contain the exact video output path which you just need to pass it to my other tutorial which I have created for playing videos. This is for so I will come back to this. So inside the on create method, I have just registered our notification channels, and here also I have created hb recorder, like in instantiated hb recorder, and here I have created media projection manager as well. And inside on request permission result, here we will get the callback from turbo modules. So if we, so this is for stopping the recording. Okay, so once if everything is, if it is busy recording, then we will stop the recording, and this is for starting the recording. So here we are initializing, setting all the default parameters to our hb recorder, as well as initializing our media projection manager, and then launching our result launcher. So also make sure you initialize your media projection manager inside on create. So inside result launcher you will get the intent, and here we will start the screen recording. Okay, so next is for setting the output path for saving the recorded file. So depending on what version of android you are using, we will use the appropriate strategy. And this is for generating the file name, this is for creating the folder, and this is the overridden method of hb recorder listener. So if you have to do inside over here, make sure you remove it, otherwise your app might crash. Then this is, once the recording is complete, we are just updating our uri as well as refreshing gallery file, and here you will actually get the uri. So as you can see, I'm sending it back to react native side. Same over here as well, I'm sending it back to the react native side, and these are like just helper methods which you have to override. And if you want just make sure you remove the to do from over here as well. So yeah, that's it for android. And for ios, go first create an event emitter file which I have created. Next, create an objective-c file for sending data. Next, create a swift file. So what I am doing is that I am initializing, so there is another file called screen recorder which I am creating a variable of, and this my url will contain the url of the output video file. And it requires a document directory which I am creating. I am creating the unique file name for our video file, and then setting our destination url to my url, and then we'll start the recording. And this is for stopping the recording. And here I'm sending the data back to react native side. Next, inside bridging header you will have to import event emitter.h. Then you will have to create a header file for this. Again, this has been copied from docs, only this file name has been changed, this as well as this. Next, I have created an objective-c++ file. Again, this has been copied from docs. This name should be changed, this should be your bridging header name. And here we are initializing our swift file, and again this method is copied from docs, only this name has been changed, and the start recording and stop recording method are called, and we are initializing our swift file over here. Sorry, not initializing, calling the method of our swift file. And this before that, go to info.plist and make sure you add these two permission of ns photo library usage description and ns photo library usage description. Next you will have to go to screen recorder.swift, and here you can see this is the exact implementation. Here we are implementing replaykit, importing, and as well as photos as well. And here we are initializing the appropriate variables for our file. So to be honest with you, like I have copied pasted this implementation from GitHub, so even I'm not sure about the exact implementation. And here we are making sure our microphone is enabled. So this is for start recording. This is for checking if all the permissions of photo library have been implemented or not, have been granted or not. This is for creating video writer. This is for adding the video writer input. This is for creating and adding audio input. This is for starting our capture, and depending on what permission the user has granted, we are recording video, audio, or both. And this is for handling sample buffer, and this is for stopping the recording, and this is for saving the recording to camera roll after authorization, and this is for saving the video to camera roll. So if you go to app.tsx, so for iOS I'm using iOS view, and for Android I'm using Android view. So if I go to iOS view, here you can see I'm initializing our native event emitter, and inside use effect I'm just listening for this on my event. So here you will get the inside the event you will get the URL of the video which has been recorded, so you can just pass this video. And here inside view I am just taking two buttons as usual and calling the respective methods. Similarly for Android view as well, I'm using use effect, and here you will get inside message the actual URI of the video that has been captured. And inside touchable opacity I have just created two buttons for now, for starting and stopping the recording. So yeah, that's it.